What is up, guys? Welcome to our podcast. This is the Vault Tattoo Podcast.
Episode
One.
1.
Well, we've done a few podcasts.
Yeah, this is our
New and improved.
for sure. So we did a
Podcast.
couple test run podcasts. So this would be officially episode 1. Other ones were the pilot episode 1, 2, 3, and 4.
4, 5, 6.
Yeah, whichever.
And the reason why it's called the Vault is because my tattoo studio is technically in a huge vault room
Yeah.
with an actual vault door. I think I've shown it on like a
Yeah,
tattoo studio tour that I've done. If y'all guys want to check it out,
It's pretty cool. The door's probably about this thick, maybe. It's a real like vault door, like you see in movies and stuff.
with the
But
combination lock and everything.
so we call it the vault. The vault. What did I say? The vault.
The
We call it
vulture?
the vault because it has a good ring to it. But tell them about today's topic.
So today, I want to bring up I would say it's a pretty hot topic, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's one that we use. I mean, you kind of need it every day. So yeah, it's a good topic
So
for sure.
we want to tell you guys basically the best way, or the best suggestions to book an appointment with a tattoo artist that you're looking at.
Now,
Right.
but everybody's gonna have different ways. But maybe you can use some of this because I know a lot of people sometimes don't really know how to get in touch with the tattoo artist to get a booking and stuff. And again, everybody's gonna have something different because his way to book is different than mine. But
But they're a little
a
similar.
little similar, but at least you can maybe use this so that way when you're ready to tattoo, whether it's with us or anybody else, you'll have those tips and tricks, I guess you can say.
Yeah. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna go to my Instagram because I actually have a how to book on my like on the post on my Instagram.
You don't have it as a highlight though, right?
No, it's like an actual post.
I think I'm gonna make a highlight. So for those of you who follow me, I am gonna make a highlight on how to book, but it'll be on my page. But we'll talk about it right now, anyways. What happens and when you go through it and stuff.
Yeah. So, well, the first thing, if you found a tattoo artist that you like and you want to get work from, I would say, this is if they have Instagram. First thing I would do is go to their Instagram bio, because their Instagram bio is probably going to tell you send an email, no DMs, or DM me to book.
It's gonna say it somewhere. Most of them.
Their bios are probably going to tell you how to book an appointment. My bio tells you click the pin post on my profile to book an appointment. In parentheses, no DMs. Because I don't book by DMs.
Yeah,
I
which
book
is
by
different.
email.
Different than what I'm
Matt
gonna
books
have.
by
I book by DMs.
DMs.
Yeah, for sure. I think eventually I'll change it, but right now I do book by DMs, and then I think mine. But again, when you go on somebody's page, it should always have something. But I would look out for it because some of them, just like Martin, they don't respond to DMs. So you definitely want to make sure before you just start sending them a message because I mean, there's some artists who you may send a message to and they're probably not going to see it. They have other ways to do it. So, yeah, mine would be through DM, and I'm gonna put a highlight on mine because I'm gonna change it. But the highlight would say how to book, and I'll tell you to DM me, and then go from there with different steps.
Yeah. So after you read their bio, one of the first things that you might want to do is look at the style of their tattooing, like browse through their page. So let's just say, for example, you want to book with somebody and their page has nothing but black and gray realism.
For sure.
If you send them an email or a DM of a colored traditional tattoo, and they don't have any traditional tattoo work on their page, they're more than likely you're probably not going to get an appointment with them because that's just not their style.
This is not
not
talking
what they
about
do.
you specifically. This
No,
is
no.
just in general.
Yeah, no, not just
for sure.
not me. I'm just in general. My profile has pretty much almost every style, so I do every style. You'll see that,
For sure.
but you just want to make sure the tattoo that you want aligns with the artist that you're looking for. So That might be a helpful tip. Um, when you're booking an appointment, what I ask is to send any inspiration pics that you have. That way we know more or less what you're looking for, right?
Definitely.
So you can send a picture of a tattoo you found online or
You can send multiple photos. It does help when, you want a butterfly, and there could be hundreds of thousands of millions of butterflies that you may want, but a certain style, at least you can send it.
yeah,
That way we have an idea, okay, they're going for this style,
yeah.
not,
They're going for dainty,
yeah,
simple.
for sure.
Because you can just say, "Hey, I want a butterfly tattoo." In my mind, I'm thinking realism,
Yeah,
but in your mind, you're like, "No, I want a dainty, just an
for sure.
outline."
Because it can mean whatever. And sometimes people don't describe that, which that helps a lot if you're able to say the style that you want or send the references.
That way, we know more or less what you're looking for.
For sure.
So that's one. Um, Number two, which is an important one, to send a picture of the placement of where you want the tattoo.
Yeah.
So send your artist or your future artist. Let's say you want to do your forearm. So have somebody take the picture for you.
You could take it yourself if you do a timer, but
You can take it yourself, but don't take it like
up close.
just like, and then we can only see like sometimes we get pictures and we don't even know what part of the body it's
What
on.
part of the
Like,
body it is.
is that
If you're gonna take it, at least take it to where it show me your arm. So if you take a picture and you want the tattoo right here in this spot,
mhm.
don't take the photo right here and just circle that area. Well, because we're gonna tell you what to do, circle it, but
Back
take it
away?
back away and let's see the full arm, so we know exactly where it's gonna go more or less.
And
And
we can see also if you have other tattoos around that area.
for
Just
sure,
a lot of different factors. So sending a great, well lit photo of your arm, of your leg, of your back.
try not to make it blurry.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're blurry. I get it, or your phone, or whatever it might be. That, I mean, understandable, but also circle the area.
Yeah.
So, for instance,
On your phone. You don't
on your phone. So sometimes there's
sometimes we get
there's people that have sent us like where they actually draw with a Sharpie. Nothing wrong with that.
yeah.
We get those all the time, but if you can just take a picture and then with your phone, if you have an iPhone, just circle it on the picture itself.
Where you can edit the photo and you can like draw on it.
Yeah,
Just
and then
use
just
the
circle that.
just use the draw tool and circle, say you want the whole or say you don't want the whole forearm, but you just send us a picture of your forearm.
Yeah,
We don't know
we don't
how
know that. Yeah,
we don't know if you want it from wrist to ditch, or maybe you just want it
in the center.
in the center. So circle exactly how big you want the tattoo. That way we know more or less what you're looking for, what kind of price to give you.
For sure.
So that's
And then one other thing I just kind of wanted to piggyback off of, and well, this is what you first touched on, but it does help a lot when you're looking at an artist that you want to get, and that style is what you're looking to get, because there's times where people do send him some that it's just completely not anything that he does,
yeah.
and it's far from it. So
Like to be specific, I do pretty big pieces.
yeah,
Like my tattoos are usually between what 4 to 8 or 9 hours a
yeah,
day. So
definitely.
they're pretty larger pieces.
So a name like this, I don't know, you can see it. Unfortunately, don't send it to him. But I'm just saying, like, kind of see it and see if that's something you want. Because sometimes I feel like, I mean, I'm still an apprentice. I've only been doing this for about 8 months.
Like
Let's just say eight to 10 months, give or take. But sometimes people send me stuff that you can look on my page and you'll never see me do it. It can be a full sleeve,
hyper realistic.
yeah, super crazy, like you said, or realism or whatever it may be. And it's like you don't see any of that on my page. And I would love to do it, but I'm also not gonna.
Because right now you're more at the simple stage,
Yeah,
and eventually
yeah,
you'll go more
for sure. But
like
you have to
realism and
see that with to the growth into the page and be like, okay, well, this is what I think. I like this style, and this is what I'll go with. But it helps a lot, and it'll save you time, so that way you're just not sending it and be like, hey, I didn't get a response. Well, I mean, we try to get to everybody, at least me, because I go to DMs, his email, so it's a little bit different, but that helps
that's
a
a
lot.
huge
A
one.
lot. I just wanted to touch on that.
So let's see. If you're gonna get a cover up, send a good good lit photo of the cover up as well. Um, and then also another thing that I suggest personally is when you're sending an email, I would say try to keep it short. Keep the email short. Like send the photo, the inspiration photos of what you want. Send the placement photo of where you want to get it. And let the artist know if you want color, black and gray. Let the artist know the style. Do you want realism, traditional, dainty? So let them know the style. And
I was gonna say something on that.
yeah, just don't write a whole, like, you don't have to tell the artist why you want the tattoo, or like you don't have to explain, because sometimes we get so many requests. Like if we have, let's just say, I don't know, like we're going through 50 emails, for example, and we're trying to reply. Sometimes it takes like 7 minutes to read the whole
Just think
thing.
about this. If you send something that's this long, and you have to get to that, and you have 50 other ones. Not saying that the tattoo doesn't have to have meaning, or it can mean so much to you. It completely, that's what tattoos are for, right? Some of
Yeah.
them have a lot of meaning. We get it and we completely understand. But to explain it, sometimes it's just sometimes people can maybe take it a little over the top.
Yeah.
When it's like, hey, just send me what you want, your area. So I'm just saying for the future, for whoever you may book with. Again, it doesn't have to be us, but whoever you may go with, that does help a lot.
Yeah.
So
And plus, it's always cool to talk about the meaning of the tattoo when you're actually here
yeah,
getting,
because
like,
we're gonna talk about it while we're getting tattooed. So I mean,
yeah.
it's gonna happen. We want to hear the story. We want to hear all that good stuff and what it means to you for sure. We definitely want that. But
Just from the email standpoint, yeah, I would keep it short and just almost honestly straight to the point. And I feel like you're more likely going to get a better response that way.
for sure.
Um,
Next one's deposits.
oh yeah, deposits. This can be different for everybody.
Yeah, everybody's gonna have a deposit though.
Not everybody might.
Not everybody.
No, not everybody. I would say most artists
Most
will.
artists are gonna have a deposit of some sort. So just as long as you think that you already know, just keep that in your mind.
Yeah. Which most artists probably do Cash App, Venmo, PayPal.
Yeah, I mean, I do Cash App, Apple Pay. You do Venmo, whatever. When you have it on yours described, but keep in mind when you deposit, make sure you read. It's because it's going to tell you what the deposit's for. Most deposits are non-refundable. Again, everybody could be different. So,
Hmm.
you send a deposit, just know that it's probably going to be non-refundable more than likely, and also. Some artists apply that towards your tattoo. We do that.
Hmm.
So whatever you send us, it does go towards the amount of your overall cost of the tattoo. And
Yeah, some don't.
some don't. Some it's just a deposit, and then they quote you the price. So
Yeah, so that's a good question to ask your
yeah,
artist. It does
maybe we should
does
ask
the
them.
deposit go towards the cost of the
Yeah,
tattoo?
because some may have it described there and say that it does, or some may just not have anything at all. So just make sure you clarify that with each artist.
Yeah.
I think that covers it, right?
I think that was almost everything. I mean, that's everything that I have on my slides. I'm trying to think of any other questions that people might have
When booking.
on booking a tattoo.
Yeah.
Also, I mean, let's say you just want to get a price quote. I would say don't be scared to ask your artist or email them or DM them, like, hey, I want to see how much it's going to cost for this. That doesn't mean that you're planning on getting it right away. But
Yeah, you can always inquire, and it doesn't lock you into anything.
yeah,
A
like,
lot of people are scared to do that,
yeah,
for
sometimes
sure.
people are like, hey, sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm emailing you, and I just want to know how much it costs so I can save for it, which is
Yeah,
completely fine. Everybody saves for everything, so
yeah.
there's
They
nothing.
say,
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with asking,
yeah,
even if you're not ready to book it. But
for
at least
sure.
you're prepared. At least you have the price in mind, so when you are ready to book it, you'll have the funds saved and be ready to put down a deposit.
Don't be scared to inquire and ask, because you're not getting charged to inquire for that tattoo that you
Well,
may
there
want.
are
Oh,
some artists
yeah,
that
I guess
do.
you're right. I guess you're right. But actually, you know what? There's a lot that kind of goes. That's another time. I know what you mean. Um,
Well, we don't. I
we
would say
don't.
most
Yeah,
artists don't, but.
But there's people like that. So just make sure sometimes you read the fine print.
Also, guys, one other thing that if you follow an artist on Instagram, I would I would check their page, make sure everything looks legit, because there are
Yeah,
so many scammers on social
I
media.
agree.
There's so many fake accounts of me, and they DM people asking them if they want to get tattoos, if and they
Yeah.
send them deposits and they just keep their money basically.
I'm going to be honest, we're never going to message you first, especially messaging you to get money. I think you just did a raffle recently and someone left a comment that they gave fake money to somebody or they gave money to somebody, but it wasn't you and they won.
No, no, it wasn't. It was another artist.
It was another artist. No, I know, but they thought it was to you.
No, no, they
Oh,
didn't
it
think it
was a
was to me.
completely different
Yeah.
artist. I actually had because I did my raffle 2 weeks ago, and someone did message me and say, "Hey, like I've done this before, but they kept my money because it wasn't me."
Yeah.
So anytime, unfortunately, when we do a raffle or an artist does a raffle, and you enter, or even if you don't enter, you're probably going to get a message trying to get money collected because those fraud accounts they happen quick, especially when you do something like that.
Yeah, so
But
just look out for any red flags. If you see an Instagram and they have 25 posts on their page and 20 of them were all posted that day,
yeah, that
that's probably a fake account.
you don't have to do research, but like just take 2-3 minutes of your time just to
Yeah.
look through the
Read the
page.
comments on the post. I
Yeah,
mean,
for sure.
so
Make
just
sure they weren't all posted that day
yeah,
because
yeah,
some
just
people don't see that and it happens.
or check the Instagram handle. It might be very similar to another artist, but they might add like a one at the end of their username or something.
Or a dot, or I mean, I don't know if you can add dots, but yeah, it's pretty similar most of the time. So
But yeah, guys, so we
that's
just
it.
wanted to come make this video because this is a pretty common question on how to book an appointment. So
Yeah,
if y'all have any other questions, though, leave them in the comments and maybe we can answer them on the next video or something. So
that's it. Yeah,
we
let us know.
appreciate you guys checking out the podcast. If you're new here, it'd be awesome if you subscribe. Don't forget to like the video. Let us know what you thought. And
These
anything
videos,
else, Matt?
these videos like this, we this is our first one to start the podcast. I think eventually we'll get into different topics and go from there. But this is going to be helpful to a lot of people, just us putting this out there. So I think that's really good. And if y'all have anything else that you think may help you for anything tattooing related, just let us know in the comments, and we can do a topic on that one of these days.
Yeah, and sometimes these videos might not just be topics about how to
Definitely.
do something or like an instructional video. Sometimes it might just be funny videos. It'll just be us
It can be
hanging out.
random.
It'll be videos about when Matt almost passed out on his first tattoo. It can be anything.
Yeah, we could tell crazy stories here. We got a bunch of them, but yeah, I mean, anything that you may want to hear, or even if you want to learn about us, follow our Instagram and subscribe, and we'll see y'all next time.
Peace out, guys.
Later. Peace.